We welcome you back. We begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
Wow, this game just a commanding performance for Thompson. He's got 17 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is pouring it in from three, guys. You know how much I love to see guys knocking down buckets.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Brook Lopez. Young is out there with Johnson. Then it's Donald Sloan. And it's Ellington in at the two-guard spot. Iguodala against Johnson. To the middle. Here's Thompson. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Iguodala's got 4 assists in the game.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them. And Andre Iguodala, guys, one of the most unselfish players in the league. I mean, that unselfishness for me, too, is what was put to a test last season as the former All-Star was asked by his coach, Steve Kerr, to come off the bench for the Warriors. And you know what? He did it without complaint, putting the team first.
And for Iguodala, some have said he's unselfish, Clark, to a fault.
Yeah, and you know, a great athlete and ball handler, I think he could be much more aggressive looking to attack off the dribble. He's really unique, though, a player who puts his emphasis on the defensive end and does a really good job at that end of the floor.
Not much to complain about for Brooklyn fans with the Nets' road play last year. Looked pretty much the same as they did at home.
And, Kevin, that can cut both ways. I mean, the Nets were 19-22 on the road, exactly the same record they had at Barclays.
The feed to Green. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Green's got 14 points for the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Ellington kicks to Lopez. Passes to Ellington. No good. Curry with the defensive effort.
And for the Nets, on the road, they did have some differences. As a team, they shot better on the road than at home by a significant margin.
You know, overall, the Nets had the same road record as they did at home. I mean, but late last year, they were the only team with more road wins than home wins. That was the case until their final game of the season, actually.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
And guys, Andre Iguodala entered this league as an athlete with raw skills. And bit by bit, though, he refined his game over the years, except in the one category, free throw shooting. In that one area, he was much better over the first 5 years of his career than he has been the last 5.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Johnson with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Green, the screen. Golden State moving it around. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And we were talking about Iguodala's free throw shooting. It really is a miracle. He's become so efficient, Clark, in every other area of his game. But last year, in his 11th season, he shot the second worst percentage of his career.
Sometimes, Kevin, it's simply a matter of confidence. You miss a few and it gets into your head, and before you know it, the harder you're trying, the worse it gets.
And it's time for an injury report.
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer of the Nets was able to update me on the situation. He told me that it doesn't look too serious. The season is young, but that is tough news to get at any point in the year. We'll see how well the team comes together in his absence. Kevin?
Okay, Doris, sounds like he won't be out for too long.
Well, hopefully that's the case, Kevin, and he'll be back before long.
Larkin, he's checked in for Donald Sloan.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together, hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
Here's Larkin. He's covered by Thompson. Young, a screen on Thompson. Larkin kicks to Young. They need this, and it's good on the layup. Young's got 10 points in the game.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Bogut sets a screen for Curry. Lets it go from the wing. And it's Iguodala missing. As we're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
Here's Thompson, and it's off the back rim. No good. Nets trail by 17. Here's Larkin. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Young passes to Lopez. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And taking a look now at the stats for Johnson. Some last season stats for him. He was around 14 points a game last year, 5 rebounds and 3 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And fellas, I would say he's been overachieving a little bit lately. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things for the future.
And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in, and Green gets it to go.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Robinson's checked in. Nets trail by 19. Here's Larkin. Screen by Young. Larkin dishes to Young. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on Andrew Bogut. The Roracle or Oracle Arena was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them one off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
Well, I tell you what, you look at the Warriors, and they were actually unstoppable in every way last season. Average home margin of victory was 13+ points. A lot of those games weren't even that close as they let things get tight in garbage time.
From deep, Iguodala. Another three for Golden State.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Iguodala against Johnson. Pass to Young. Puts it up from 12. Misses off the right iron.
And more on the Warriors' home dominance. Shot almost 50% as a team at home, which led the league. Shot over 41% from beyond the arc as a team.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Johnson in the corner. A 3-ball. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Curry, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. And that's 15 points for Steph Curry.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Steph Curry. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Bogdanovich is checked in for Wayne Ellington. Here's Larkin. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. His first shot coming late. Good. He hits the jump shot. And here's Golden State. They're on a 16-7 run. Livingston kicks to Barnes. Pass to Livingston. Shoots from the elbow. The shot will not go. And Brooklyn will come the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
Count the bucket.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Larkin kicks to Robinson. Johnson against Green. Clock at 6. Johnson, the pass to Robinson. The Nets need to get a shot off here. That's good. 14 points here for Thaddeus Young.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Here is Livingston, looking for his first basket still in this one. From 18 feet away, here's Bogut. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
Plays like that, the hustle plays on the backboard, the second chance points that have really caused problems all day for the defense.
Larkin kicks to Robinson. Down low and stolen by Barnes. Iguodala outside. Wing shot on the way. Rebound, Thomas Robinson. Robinson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. A nice bounce back here for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
Jumps up, and Andre Iguodala with the slam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
Outside, Robinson kicks it to Larkin for the 3. And that's collected by Bogut. Golden State's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc.
And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding last year, and that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity level up. And oftentimes the difference between being good and great is just making those small incremental improvements in different facets of your game.
36 seconds left to play here in the third. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Barnes has got his second bucket of the night. Brooklyn's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. Here's Larkin with some arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here is Livingston. He's guarded by Johnson. Livingston kicks to Green. 4 seconds left. Some solid defense from Robinson.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know.